Hey guys, welcome back to the MCU HQ. Last night was the Super Bowl, which saw the release of the highly anticipated teaser trailer for Deadpool 3, now officially titled Deadpool and Wolverine. I have already seen this trailer. Circumstances last night meant that I was not going to be doing a reaction to it, and I instead just watched it. But that does not mean I cannot milk the crap out of this trailer, so I do want to react to it again in this video for you guys, as well as do a breakdown and my thoughts on the trailer. But we're going to do it all in one video instead of making multiple videos. So we'll start out watching it, I'll give you my thoughts, and then we'll hop into a breakdown. In theaters July 26th, they're taking the Barbenheimer slot this year. Like Peter and Shatterstar, Negasonic, they're all there.
That is because of each and every one of you. I'm the luckiest man alive.
Love that hair so much. There we got the opener too.
Wait, Wilson? Who's asking?
New outfits for the TVA.
Whoa. Is that supposed to be scary? Packing isn't new for me, friendo, but it is for Disney.
Genius fourth wall break. I like that they're not hiding the fact that they're keeping this like the first two.
You appear to have soiled yourself while unconscious. I wasn't unconscious. Who are you? Why am I here? Walk with me.
TVA still looks great. They definitely just used the Loki set.
Wait. You are special. This is your chance.
So that first suit looked like his old suit. Here we go.
I smell when you're stepping in, Sensei. Your little cinematic universe is about to change forever. I'm the Messiah.
Patch.
I am Marvel Jesus.
No one knows what that is, which is why it's so funny. No one in universe knows it's called Marvel. No, this reload. I've seen this part like 20 times. Pyro.
You don't just stand there, you ape. Give me a hand up. I'm actually okay, thank you very much.
The perfect way of showing it. Deadpool and Wolverine. July 26th. Alright. Let's take that all the way back. I think it's a fantastic teaser. I think it is the proper way to reintroduce us to all of this. The idea of him being taken by the TVA, and I'll talk a little bit in a few minutes about what I think the circumstances of him being taken are. But him being taken by the TVA and shown the MCU, I think, is the perfect way to bring him into the MCU and starting him in the Fox universe. Familiar with what we know and then bringing him over is the perfect way of doing it. Although I'm missing Cable and Domino. They are not in this movie for some reason that I don't know. So it feels like we're missing some important people here, which is a bummer, but hey, I'll take what I can get. I got Negasonic, Yukio, Peter, Shatterstar, Dopender, Blind Owl, Colossus. So I got everyone else. I'm missing the trio. It is what it is. I'm not going to talk too much about Wolvie. We'll talk about that when we get there. But no, I think this is a fantastic trailer. I think the amount of blood they showed, the really messed up jokes, the F-bomb, they really wanted to let people know that, yeah, they're not hiding it because it's Disney. They're going to keep him like he should be. This is going to be the first R-rated MCU film, which is amazing. The fact they start this off with a pegging joke, fantastic. All right, let's hop into the breakdown here. So we're starting it out. It's Wade's birthday. We have a picture of everyone here. this man is wearing a toupee that at first I honestly thought was actual hair. I thought Deadpool figured out how to grow hair. But the fact that it's a toupee makes it even better, and it's so in character. So we got everyone. Also, so Colossus in line with his physique in Deadpool 2. I preferred his look in Deadpool 1, but it is what it is. The shocker here is that Shatterstar is in this, because Shatterstar died in Deadpool 2, and when Deadpool goes back and does all the timey-wimey stuff he does, he saves Peter and Vanessa, or the two he saves, who are both in this. The fact that Shatterstar's here means either A, he went back and saved Shatterstar off screen, or B, because he saved Vanessa, X-Force never teamed up, which meant that none of them ever died, which could be another possible option. I think it's hilarious that Shatterstar is the one at his party, considering how much he hated Shatterstar. I think that's funny. I also find it very funny that Colossus does not fit in the frame. It's just such a genius moment of framing, where it's framed up for the three actors up front, and Colossus naturally wouldn't fit into frame. Alright, these are the two I was most excited to see, because they, in my opinion, are like the best parts of Deadpool 2. We got Negasonic and Yukio both coming back here. Although I'm not sure how much of the movie these characters are going to be in, considering that Deadpool is the only one who gets taken by the TVA. Either they're just in the first little bit of the movie, or Deadpool comes back for all of them in the third act, which I think would be great. I want to see all these versions of these characters hop over into the MCU. Alright, and then we got Blind Al there. Best part is she's not reacting to anything, because she can't. Alright, some flashback stuff. This looks to be more of the party, he and Vanessa having a moment. I like that Vanessa's back too. I like that they are acknowledging the post-credits of Deadpool 2 that brought everyone back.
For sure.
Challenging few years. So some time has passed between 2 and this movie. Wade has gone through some stuff. We'll see later on. It looks like he's not really Deadpooling as much anymore. It looks like he is good. He's just content being Wade Wilson. He has fixed everything, is what it looks like here. It looks like he's kind of retired from Deadpool.
That is because of each and every one
Peter!
of you. I'm the luckiest man alive.
Make a wish, buddy.
Wonder what he wished for. I'm sure they'll acknowledge it in the movie. Then there's a knock on his door. And here they are. Alright, a couple things. First, those are new TVA uniforms. It fits as new uniforms they would have after Loki took over the TVA. And then also, some of these dudes are masked. They're more armored up than the previous TVA agents. Which could be two things. We know that Loki's TVA is doing more of Kang cleanup than timeline cleanup. And I wonder if these are more armored agents ready for war. Also, keeping them masked means you can put stunt guys in there, because we know later in this trailer that Deadpool is going to be killing a lot of TVA agents in this movie. But yes, bringing in the TVA is the perfect way to connect him into the MCU. I still think it would have been funny if he just decided to hop over, because he can do that. But as an in-universe reason, the TVA is the perfect way to do it. And him not knowing what the TVA is makes it even better. There are things outside even the realm of Deadpool.
Is that supposed to be scary? Hacking isn't new for me, friendo, but it is for Disney.
There it is. That look to camera just says, yeah, we're doing it. I adore that. I love that that's the first fourth wall break we get. I think it'd be funny if that's the first fourth wall break of the movie. Quite honestly. It won't be, but could you imagine if it was? And yeah, we get several more Disney and MCU jokes in this trailer. There's not a shortage of them. Time door, grab the toupee, take it off, reveal he's been wearing a wig. Also, the fact that the time door is on the normal door is funny. But yes, it does mean that he leaves all of his friends, and we're not going to see them anymore in this trailer. Hopefully we see them more in the movie, though. I do think, and this is actually a good time to say it, we'll talk about it more as we get to the end of the trailer. I think we are looking exclusively at footage from like the front half of the movie. I don't think we know what happens in the back half at all, except for maybe a couple shots. But Marvel Studios logo, red and black, of course, got to stylize it. And he's still got bits of the wig stuck to his head, which I think is amazing. I'm actually going to bring it back real quick because his joke here is hilarious. And then we'll talk about Matthew McFadden.
Miss Wilson, you appear to have soiled yourself while unconscious. I was unconscious.
He just peed his pants. He wasn't unconscious. He was with them the entire time.
Who are you?
Yeah, so not even Deadpool is aware of who the TVA is. That's how outside of everything they exist.
Why am I here?
Alright, now the TVA continues to look fantastic as always. So I wonder if they actually kept the TVA sets up, and then when Loki wrapped, they sent Deadpool in there to film. Because this looks just as fantastic as it does in Loki. It looks fully 3D and everything, which is what Loki was. I don't think they built anything new. I think they repurposed Loki's sets, which is the way to go, both for budget reasons and also for look, because Loki's production value was off the charts incredible. But yes, so this is Matthew McFadden, who is playing Agent Paradox, another agent of the TVA, who in the comics actually has a mustache. Took it off him in this, maybe to avoid familiarity with Mobius, who I still think might cameo in this movie. But he's the one interrogating Deadpool. And as we will see briefly, it does not actually look like Deadpool is here to be arrested, but to be recruited for a mission that they need him to do. We'll talk about that more in a minute here.
Walk with me.
Alright, walk with me. Yep, that looks like the same TVA hallway. More of the faceless TVA agents.
Wait.
Okay, so this suit is more of a faded red. We know that his costume in this movie is a much more saturated, more vibrant red, which tells me this is his old costume. This is his costume from 1 and 2 that he has hung up. He's probably not in Deadpool mode right now. I think as the front half of the trailer shows that he's kind of retired from that, at least for now. He's just being Wade, but there's that. And then we see him with a job. Can't tell what it says. But, yeah, he's got his name tag there. It's cool that Wade Wilson's getting a normal job, too. But then here's his suit for this movie. You can tell more red. It's got some different design choices. I'll do an actual talk about the suit when we get to the full shot of the suit, but clearly a different costume than, this. And just have a different color to them.
This is your chance. Be a hero among heroes.
Alright. So here we go. This is where they show him the MCU. A hero among heroes. And they show him the MCU. So these first two, we obviously have the opening of Ultron here. I love that the TVA sees things from the same perspective the audience sees things. I think it's an interesting touch. Like the TVA, I realize it's a cheaper way of doing things, but also like the TVA kind of is the audience. I don't know, it works for me. But we have the opening of Ultron, then we have a Ragnarok. And also, there's a little tidbit down here. This is this little picture of Deadpool here. That is Ryan Reynolds accepting the Emmy for Welcome to Wrexham. He did it in character as Deadpool. So that's what that is. I think it's funny that they toss that in there. I'm trying to see if I recognize any of this other stuff. Some of these look like they could just be cameras, like that one. Trying to see if this is anything. I don't know. But we know what all these are. That's what matters. And then he's realizing the larger universe here. Alright, this is funny. So they adapted this aspect of Wade. We haven't gotten to see it because he's been separated this whole time. Dude loves Captain America. And this is all stuff from Winter Soldier. And he is saluting Steve Rogers, which is cool. I feel like this entire scene in the movie is just going to be gnarly. We'll get to what I think is going to be the actual insane scene. But I'm just imagining how crazy this scene's going to be. Although they are doing the MCU thing nowadays where they bait people with the first 3 phases to get you more interested in the new phases. Alright, and here we have this desert environment that we've seen them filming in. Little convoy of vehicles coming through here. And now the trailer pretty much just goes nuts until the end. Okay. Ah, crud. Hold on, we gotta go back. Alright, this character is Emma Corrin as Cassandra Nova. A character who, it's the sister of Charles Xavier. Not sure how they're changing that. But I think she is supposed to be our villain in this movie. Yeah, so I think she's the villain in this, and I think part of Deadpool's recruitment actually involves Cassandra Nova. We'll get to some of what I think Deadpool's recruitment is here momentarily, though, when they actually suit him up. But that's her. So we don't actually see her from the front, but we get a back of the head look, and it's clearly Cassandra Nova. Alright, some of Deadpool's new suit. So this is him in what I think could be Madripoor, in his new costume. And right there, hold on, let me take it back, actually. Alright. That is Patch. So Patch is one of Wolverine's alter egos in the comics. And they got the hair, and this is clearly Hugh Jackman playing that character. Now, it's unclear if this is the same version of Wolverine that dons the yellow costume later, or if this is a different version of the character. But this is clearly Hugh Jackman's Wolverine. They only show him from behind in this trailer. Part of the reason I think this is only from the first act, roughly, of the movie is that Wolverine, despite being in the title, only has a couple seconds of screen time in this trailer. I'm sure in the second trailer in a few months we'll actually see a lot of Wolverine, but not seeing him tells me that a lot of this, except for maybe a couple quick shots, is the first act of the movie. There he is playing some sort of card game, exclusive table. Referencing 2 things, the Bible with I am, and then also it's the exact same way that Tony Stark delivers I am Iron Man in Endgame. So kind of riffing on 2 things there at once. And yeah, it's funny because no one in universe knows what Marvel is. That's a Deadpool and She-Hulk, for the moment, exclusive thing. So I find it really funny that he's saying that to Paradox. Alright, here we go. Alright, his suit up. New katanas. New everything. Let's watch it again, actually. Hold on, let me slow it down. Let's break down this suit, because I think it looks fantastic. I think it may be the best super suit we have ever seen. Also, do those look gold-bladed to you? Because I noticed this, they kind of look like they have a gold blade. And there's a lot more gold detailing on his suit this time around. But 1 katana, 2 katana. Zipping up the fly. Putting the mask on. The new belt buckle. I love this coloring for it, the kind of worn out gold. I like that it's more of his actual mask shape instead of the well, you know what it looked like in Deadpool 2. I think this looks better, quite frankly. Slap his butt. Guns. It's the exact same weaponry he's had, just new ones. Holster 'em. Crotch. Alright. And now, no. Okay, there we go. That's also the thumbnail. So first off, this shot, whatever floor he's on, 943, is that a reference to Multiverse of Madness? Can't remember. But, alright, what Deadpool's doing here is clearly not actually being arrested and pruned by the TVA, because they are gearing him up. I think Deadpool is being sent on a mission by the TVA that only he can do. And I partially think it is related to incursions, because we've been seeing that. Multiverse of Madness showed us an incursion, teased an incursion happening, and now we have Deadpool, a fourth wall breaking character, being taken by the TVA and given his stuff back. I think there's an incursion happening and Deadpool has to go fix the timelines to make sure that none of the universes destroy themselves, or alternatively, Deadpool has to stop Cassandra Nova from being able to do that. But they want Deadpool for this mission over literally everyone else. Now, why Deadpool's killing TVA agents? I don't know. It could be along the same lines that the Loki show did, talking about free will, and he thinks he needs to take them out. I'm not sure. We will find out when we see the movie, but I definitely do not think Deadpool is here as an arrest. I think the TVA needs him for something. And that's how he comes into the MCU. Alright, this suit, it looks... It's so clean, and I know it's gonna get filthy. But those are new katanas. Those are the same guns, but different. Someone else gave them to him. This little black bit here, I did not like initially. It is growing on me now. I think it breaks up the red chest. But then, like, we have his utility belt has gold detailing. The buckles are all gold. This bits on his gloves are gold, so they tossed in some more color in there, as well as just a really, really crisp red on the costume. I think it is a perfect costume, 10 out of 10. I think I like it more than his costume in the first two movies. This July. Alright. We are in one of two locations here. First off, he's killing TVA agents, but we are in one of two locations here. This is either the opening of Age of Ultron, which a lot of people think it is, or based off the fact that this truck is on its side and resembles the truck from Logan, I think this might be where Logan died. Just a thought. Maybe Deadpool goes there trying to get Wolverine. And then he ends up getting a different Wolverine. But that's why he's here. And yeah, he's just killing so many people along the way. We've got that, we've got this, and now the sick reload. But before we even get to the reload, look behind him. We have all seen it in the set photos and the set videos. That's the 20th Century Fox logo. So I don't know if we're doing some sort of Deadpool kills the Fox universe thing here. But that's a Fox logo, and I'm not sure if this is the Void. I know we see something later that I'm certain is the Void, but for some reason there's a Fox logo here. I think we might be in the Void. They might send Deadpool there when he doesn't do his mission. I don't know. The TVA is in a weird place now, I will say, actually, to pause it, where we don't really know what they're doing. Because at the end of Loki, we know Loki has taken over, they have a new purpose now, but we don't know how they execute that function anymore. So they could still be in a gray area. They might not fully be heroes, even though Loki made the sacrifice, and I think this movie's going to flesh that out more, and I think that's a great opportunity to do so. Flips the gun, mag in, other mag in, off the chest, and then he shoots at something. Let's see if you can see what he looks at, though. Oh my god, that's a Wolverine claw. I think that's a Wolverine claw. I think this is his fight with Wolverine. That is the exact same shape as the claws. And yeah, they're just in a band. I think this is the Void. Why the sun's out? Couldn't tell you. But I think that's what we're looking at here. Alright, everyone deserves. This, I am certain, is the Void. But we have a chained up TVA agent, some bandits it looks like. I wonder if they took him hostage maybe. And they seem to have some sort of camp set up, but when we go to this shot, that's clearly Eliath right there. This cloud has to be Eliath. We've got some like Mad Max looking stuff, motorcycles. We know the Fantastic Car is going to be in the Void. So I think this all kind of comes from that same area. I think it's like a Mad Max Survivor little area that we're at, that Deadpool ends up at. Maybe we'll get a chase scene, maybe we'll get an action scene. He's fighting with Eliath. Hell, maybe Eliath takes him and we see Loki. I don't know. Point is, we are in the Void in this movie. We are back at the Void at the end of time. Alright, there we go. There's our F-bomb. Happy ending. This, which actually I believe to be a continuation of a shot we will see later, but he comes out of it and his arm is just wrecked, pops it back into place like he does. Okay. So Easter Egg Fest, because we are in the Void and the Void is an Easter Egg Fest. Let me actually go forward a few frames here. I do think, in post, I think there's a chance that they do some CGI and some color grading to make this look more like the Void from Loki, but they did film this on location. So this is all a real place. But some little Easter eggs here. We have, in the background, I think that's supposed to be, oh, I missed it again. I think that's the Golden Gate Bridge back there. This up front is a Leviathan from the first Avengers movie and Endgame, but that's a Leviathan. And if we go forward a bit, that's a helicarrier engine. So clearly in the Void. So intrigued as to who these guys are. I think this whole sequence is going to be insane. I think it starts with Wolverine and Deadpool fighting, and then them fighting these guys, and then them being allies until the end of the movie when they have to part ways because Hugh Jackman's not going to be MCU Wolverine, but Ryan Reynolds is going to be MCU Deadpool. Not sure what this thing is, but it's sick. Alright, we are back in the forest that I think, until further notice, I'm going to assume is from Logan. He's taking out more TVA agents. I actually think this happens before the Void. I think this is the first major action scene of the movie. Alright. Ooh, that's something I'll have to get to. Now he's at this, afterwards, after we see that, he looks to be at this steel mill type thing. Fighting more TVA guys. Oh my god, I missed it again. I have a theory. I do not think this is Wade Wilson. I think this is Lady Deadpool. There have been reports that she's in this movie. I think this is Lady Deadpool. I think it's played by Blake Lively. I think that's what this is. Those are not Deadpool's guns. That is not Deadpool's glove. This is a different character. I think it's Lady Deadpool. After that, we have Wade here also. Unclear on if they are fighting each other or teamed up. Alright, remember that car that he got thrown through? I think it might be this car. But let's see what we got. So we have him holding the knife. Blood everywhere, and those are claw marks. So this is a Wolverine sequence of some kind, and this is just such a Tarantino looking shot. I love this shot so much. So much blood in that car. I'm pretty sure if you watch the Super Bowl TV spot, there's like no blood there because there's a rule against blood in commercials. But in this trailer, oh yeah, there's so much blood. Alright, we're back in this steel mill type thing. And there he is. Alright. This, ladies and gentlemen, is Pyro from the X-Men trilogy. That is the same actor. I cannot remember his name. But that is Pyro coming back on screen for the first time since 2007. And it looks like he's the head of this group that we're seeing in the void. It looks like these are his people. They all resemble each other. And I wonder if this is the same location from that Mad Max looking environment earlier. I don't know, but seeing Pyro again is cool. I think he's the perfect cameo to put in this trailer, because he's the one that doesn't really give away any big reveals. Because I know there's like Lady Deadpool would be a crazy cameo. I still think we're gonna see X-23 in this movie. Obviously, you don't want to show her. You already have to show the other Wolverine. So I think Pyro's the perfect one to toss in here. And it's niche enough, some people might not recognize it, and some people will. I think that's cool. Alright, we get a reference. That is the reference to 12 bullets from the first movie. I kind of hope they don't repeat the 12 bullets thing. I just hope he uses that same trick as a tactic and then just kills everyone, because I think this could be the start of that fight. But I hope they don't just do the bullet counting thing again. I think that would be cheap fan service and I wouldn't really like it. Show me new stuff. And they're all fighting them. Alright, here we go. Alright, he gets thrown through this wall. We've seen this in set videos. And he lands on the Fox logo. Now, little reference here. That is a Secret Wars comic. I think it's the first issue of the 2015 one. Not quite sure, but that's a Secret Wars comic they put in here. And I think this is just a fantastic money shot right here. Deadpool on the ground, and we all know who comes over him. That's Wolvie's silhouette. There has been some debate on if they should have just shown him since we've all seen the set photos of it. I say no. I think hitting us with a tease and then seeing a photo of the two of them, that's all we need for this trailer. This is a teaser. It's meant to just give us little things. And the people who are fans of this character, but are not as active on social media as some of us, this is where they will first figure out Wolverine is in this movie. And for them, that is a fantastic way of showing him. I think that's great. And so you have Deadpool telling him to get up, to help him up, which tells me that Deadpool's going into this like, oh my god, it's Wolverine, yay. And then when he sees the claws, he realizes, no, this Wolverine doesn't want to help him. He wants to fight him, and Deadpool doesn't want to fight Wolverine because he knows it's going to be a brutal fight where he will probably lose a limb. I hope he loses a limb in this movie. I hope he loses like half his limbs in this movie. It'd be so funny. Just completely cut everything off. Make him regrow from nothing. It'd be hilarious.
No, I'm actually okay. Thank you very much.
And there he is. It looks like his hood is down right now. It looks like there's something on his back. Looks like the hood's down. He's got the claws out, and you can tell from the silhouette he's going to grab him and pick him up by the claws, and that's what's going to lead to them fighting. As we know, we're getting a Deadpool and Wolverine fight in this movie. I think this is great. I love the way, too, that Deadpool gets louder when he says thank you very much when he realizes that Logan's about to stab him with the claws. And then Deadpool and Wolverine. And that is our trailer. There you guys go. That is my reaction, review, and breakdown of the official teaser for Deadpool and Wolverine in theaters July 26th. What'd you guys think of the trailer? What are some of your theories for this movie? Do you agree or disagree with any of the theories and things I proposed in this video? Let me know all that down in the comments below. Also, leave a like on this video, subscribe, click on the bell icon to receive all notifications from the M2HQ. That's gonna be it. Have a great day, guys.